So this is Sammy. She is a mini, and I chose her as my final trim. Here I am starting with assessing her feet one by one, checking out to see what I have to trim. I start with her front right and notice that she does have some high heels and she has some dishing and also flaring in the toe, so I would take that down. So I move on to her right hind, and here I find she's more long in the toe. And I would back up her toe and take off the length from overall on the bottom. And moving on to her left hind, I found the same issues as her right. And I would back up the toe again and take off overall length. Otherwise, she's got great feet. And moving up to the left front, again matches the right front. She has dishing and some flaring in the toe pillars, as well as high heels. I'm just cleaning that out, and you can see the sole is exfoliating as I use my pick to clean her out. So I would get in there with my hoof knife and exfoliate it all out and make it all nice and balance it out. She is about 8 weeks, just under 8 weeks from her last trim. I trimmed her the first time and found the same things that are going on this time. Moving her over. So I start with the front right. And I start with the flares because that's the first thing that's popping out to me. And realize probably should have went back and did the angles just to see how much of the heel I want to take off. So in a minute I'll go back to that. It was a little frustrating trying to find a position to trim her, being that I'm 5'9" and she is very small. She's very well behaved. So here I want to see how much heel I want to take off again. So I take out my widget and I see how much heel needs to come off. Not much. It was probably about 1/4 of an inch on both front feet. You can see her toe angle's a little steep, not crazy. Same thing on her left front. So now I can go back and get started and see how much heel I want to take off. My biggest problem starting was just trying to get a position I was comfortable as well as Sammy was. I did get a little frustrated. So you can see I do stop trimming the front and move on, and I do go back to finishing her front right up later on. So I'm lowering her heels. Making sure she's balanced. And I'm just taking off overall length on the bottom. So I could have chose to use nippers. For this case I didn't, and I probably should have. It would have cut my time in half. That's the only mistake I think I would have changed. I did move on and trim her next mini. I used nippers and I was done half the time. So that would be really the only thing I would change. I was just trying to find a comfortable position. It was hard and I kept knocking her in the face. So here I'm trying to take off the flare and the dishing and the toe pillars. Trying to use my foot as a hoof stand. Didn't really work out. I tried putting her on my knee. It was a little high because my legs are long. I tried lowering a little bit. This is where I was getting a little frustrated because I couldn't find a comfortable